Good morning, everybody, and happy Monday. If you're here with me in the Discord chat or in the YouTube chat, go ahead and say what's up. Let's see who's with us this morning. We have, oh my goodness, we have Gary, Jinx, Scott Bros, Cyrus, Amateur Genius, WD, Fayano, Boudreaux, SW, Darren, Shady Lady Flower, morning Travis, Kitty, K, George, HD, Luna, good morning Raukad, good morning Redberg, John, Lassus, Sadek Magic Mel, good morning. How you doing? LG, McD, Jen, Danny L, Big Sky, good morning. Good morning to you. Z-Dubs, Karen, Fun Tasty, John, Billy, Joe, KG, Dana, Andre, Silent, and W, good morning. How you doing, Trader Page? Good morning, Joe. Trinidad, Scott, Martin, Trader's Nest, Chino, Ricky, Tattoo, JC Parrish, Mark, Frank Picano, Nora, Use, Real Life, Rafal, SP, Urama, Alex P, G-Lines, Chino, Savannah Van Der Vermeer, Alex A, Esco, Maverick G, good morning, JC, Damien, Miguel Tuxno, number one investor, SP Bird, Darren, good morning. How you doing, Micah, Sean? Hello, everybody. How we all doing? Anybody got any trades on so far? I don't. I haven't taken any trades. Because this, wow, look at how choppy that is. For the last hour? Is that the last hour? How bad that's been? Oh, okay. Well, it launched. Launched at the top of the hour, and then looks like we've just been chopping since about 45 minutes or so. So, not the greatest price action, but there's a good reason why. Anybody know why the price action just kind of sucks right now? It's because we don't have any news coming out today. Very little meaningful news that's coming out today. We do have one Fed speaker, and as I'm saying now, the market's moving, of course. But we only have two pieces of news that are coming out today. The July leading index, that's due out at 10 a.m., and then the Treasury's hosting a 3 and 6 month bill auction, very short-term bills here. 3 and 6 month bill auction out at 11:30. So the results for that auction will probably be about 90 seconds, 120 seconds after the bill auction takes place. So about 11:31, 11:32, somewhere in that time, we might get a little jostling in the market. But today, I think the biggest piece is going to be that we are hearing from Chris Waller. And he is a voting member of the FOMC. We're going to be hearing from him at 9:15. You can actually watch the live stream of him on the federalreserve.gov website. But I don't know if there's going to be any audience Q&A or anything of that nature. But we'll be hearing out and listening for it. That's going to be 15 minutes prior to the New York Open. But outside of that, we really just don't have anything that's going to be moving the market today. And we're coming off the heels of MOPEX. And if you look at all of the price action, we're pretty much in a lot of these tickers in the Magnificent Seven. We're exactly where we were before Friday's open, right? Exactly where we were before Friday's open happened. We had MOPEX, monthly options expiration. So I don't know if we're going to see that big of a day. Now, given every single time that I've sort of said that, we have had somewhat of an extreme movement of the day. Now, what can that look like? Let's go over to our Trading View charts. What can that actually look like? Well, you can see what I'm talking about. We're still kind of in this same channel where we were, with the Friday open. We're just kind of like meandering around this channel here. And so, if we do actually have movement today, it could be something like, we get an extreme movement here to the top side or down to the bottom and then kind of return back into this balance here. Now, will that happen? Guaranteed? No. But on a day like today where you don't have a lot of news that's coming out, it very well could. This week is kind of slow in news. We do have the FOMC meeting minutes being released on Wednesday. Please don't get that confused with the actual FOMC, right? The actual FOMC is not until September. We are still in August, but it's going to be, I think it's 30 days from, how far out are we? 30 days. Yeah, 30 days from today is how far we are out from the next FOMC meeting. It's going to be on September 18th, I believe, right? September 18th, isn't that right? Sounds right. I'm pretty sure. Let me check my calendar here. September 18th. And so if we're looking at the Fed Fund futures, They are now pricing in that we will see about a 73% chance of a 25 basis point rate cut. And if you don't remember, that was like we were at a 50-50 just a week ago. We were at a 50% chance that we're going to go 50 basis points on the cut. Now we're looking at about 26% chance. So that has dropped significantly since the market has recovered from those lows. So what does that mean for the market? Well, it means that we're just going to kind of putter around until we have news that's going to shift the sentiment of that rate cut. So if there's something that comes across the wire, I was reading Bank of America and their analysts had some things released over the weekend going into today, talking about the basically the sentiment amongst Americans, whether or not they're fearing a recession or inflation. It was a quick turnaround. Before, I think about a month ago, most Americans were fearing that inflation was the biggest issue. And now that it has flipped on its head, and now we're talking about a recession is now the biggest fear amongst Americans. So it's interesting to see how fast the tides can turn. And if you're new to this trading game, you have to understand that just because there's a high statistic probability of something happening, it doesn't mean that it can't turn around with something changing in the world, whether that's new news, price action, geopolitical tensions, war breaking out, anything. The market can react very swiftly. And even though, let's just say there's like a 60% chance of X, Y, or Z happening, something can change that. And all of a sudden, everything is turning on its head. I think it was something, and I wish I had the data in front of me. I got to go back and find, I don't know where I buried it. I have it in a bunch of tabs open right now. But basically, it was something like, I want to say 40% of Americans, their biggest concern was inflation. And now it's like 60% fear a recession, and inflation's down to like 20%. So, I mean, those are complete opposites of one another. You look at inflation, that's prices going high. Recession, generally, is prices going back lower. So we'll have to see. Good morning, Broxer. Good morning, Mike. Morning, Trader Page. Rips, congrats on Jay. Oh, yeah, that's right. So let's pull this up. Everybody always asks, where do you find the Top Step leaderboard? Well, it's easy. You find the Top Step leaderboard in your email. If you're subscribed to the emails on Top Step TV, from Top Step TV, I should say. If you are subscribed to those emails, you'll get an email that looks something like that. Hi, Rips. Hello. And then, hey, look at that. There's that handsome devil. And then you scroll down. Tuesday, this is when I'm going to be on Fast Markets. And look at this. Fast Markets with Funded Trader. Woo! Number 28. We were just trying to get into top 50. Look at that. But I will say this, in the words of the late Kobe Bryant, rest in peace, job's not finished. Got to get in that top 10. But you know what's cool? Good friend of ours, Nick for a Tick, number 13. I would love to be sharing the leaderboard. I'd love to have myself, Dakota, and Nick for a Tick all on the top 10 leaderboard. That'd be a lot of cool, fun, good times up there. But yeah, job's not finished. 28, I like it. We were shooting for top 50. Job's not finished though. We gotta keep plugging away here. So as much as I want to do a little bit of a victory lap, job's not finished. We got to keep pushing. I don't want to lose steam. But on a day like today, I will say this. I am really not looking to trade my funded accounts on a day like today, because this is a kind of day where it's like, I feel like I could get faked out pretty easily, look like we have some nice congruent price action. And then all of a sudden we're getting faked out, and then I'm giving back money. So why don't I just wait for a nice, good setup later in the week? Because later in the week, we have a lot of stuff coming this week, right? So tomorrow, kind of vacant on news again. We do hear from Raphael Bostic in the afternoon. He's a voting member. He spoke last week. He did jostle the market around, but tomorrow, not a lot of big ticket items. But come Wednesday, we get a 20-year bond auction. And then we get the FOMC meeting minutes being released. And that's in the afternoon. So, kind of interesting. We do have Jackson Hole on Friday. That's kind of the big one I think that most market participants are waiting for. Now, given there's no MOPEX this Friday, because it's only monthly options expirations only happen once a month. And thankfully, that was last week. So if we had MOPEX plus Jackson Hole Symposium on the same day, that would have been horrible. But thankfully, we don't, right? Good morning, Sorrow. So this week, although we don't have a lot of data, if we are looking towards, one day of trade that's going to be pretty good, I would say Friday might be the one. Although I could expect Jerome Powell coming out and just saying, because again, the next FOMC is the only FOMC that we're going to have while we have this current administration in office. So this is the final FOMC rate decision while we still have a Biden presidency. Then we are going to have either a Harris presidency or a Trump presidency. And then we get another FOMC rate decision. That one is coming on November 7th. Remember, the election results, if they actually come in on time, November 4th, FOMC, November 7th. This is the last one that we're going to have under a Biden presidency, September 18th. That's it. So, say what you will, be a conspiracy nut, whatever. There's a good chance that Jerome Powell, because he has his marching orders, might come out to the Jackson Hole Symposium and say, basically, we're getting closer to our 2% mandate, and I can't really comment any more than that, which is basically what the last FOMC was. The last FOMC, I think, was probably the worst one I've seen ever. It was the most tight-lipped and the most craziest. Very little information was spoken, if any, and it was very much a repeat of the prior FOMC conference or conferences, where he just really didn't give us any information, which leads me to believe that this Jackson Hole Symposium could be a nothing burger, but the market could still react on it. All he needs to do is say one thing that they could spin into a headline, and all of a sudden we can get movement in the market. And I think that's what these reporters are going to try to do, or any Q&A from the audience is going to try to do, but we'll have to wait and see for it. Now, outside of Friday, we are going to have the jobless claims on Thursday. We also get the PMI data that's going to be out that same day, but that's pretty much it, right? So FOMC meeting minutes on Wednesday, jobless claims, as we always get every single Thursday, the PMI alongside of that, and then Jackson Hole Symposium on Friday. So if you're going to ask me, hey, Rips, what would be a good week to take off? This is your week to take off, my friend. This is not going to be a week of data-driven price action. If anything, this is going to be a lot of positioning ahead of news that's going to be coming out next week. So the following week. Now, that's not to say we can have a day in the NQ this week that the price wants to move 600 points. As I'm talking right now, price is moving. But it makes it less predictable if we don't have data that is kind of guiding our trades. Now, given we have had data points come out, and those data points have had very shocking effects on the market. Here's an example. Some data comes out and it suggests that the market should react sharply to the upside on this. And instead, we spend the entire day fading. But the point is that we're giving the market data. The market is reacting on that data. Whether it's reacting positively or negatively or in line with that data doesn't really matter. But we have a catalyst for the market to react, and it shuffles positions off sides where people need to hedge those positions and do certain things. And that creates volatility that we can trade. Now, when we have a lack of news in the market, we are prisoners to the price action, meaning that if we don't have anything that's going to be positively or negatively impacting the market, even though that, like I just said, the data can sway either way, even though the data should be making the market go up, sometimes it can go down. And conversely, data is terrible for the market, should be go down on this. Instead, it screams to the upside. But the point is that when we don't have that data catalyst, the probabilistic chance for success for at least my style of trading, being an event trader, a momentum trader, it goes much lower. So I need to be on top of myself and be pacing myself and make sure that I'm not doing any trades willy-nilly here and just kind of firing into the market. But that's why I have my combines, right? I can trade my combines. No big deal, because if I pass combines, what happens? Easy peasy. I put them in the side bench here, and I have a bunch of past combines. And if I ever blow an XFA, I bring one off the bench from Combine Land over to the XFAs. So there is a benefit to me actually sitting there and trading, but there is no risk outside of the monetary cost, which is very cheap, $149. Very, very easy. Powell is trying to be non-political, and the market's rebound post mini crash takes pressure off of the Fed back to data dependence. Yeah, I really think that's all he's going to talk about, is that we are getting closer to our 2% mandate, that whole thing. We're getting closer. We just need more data. He's like, it's pretty funny. He's like this junkie like in the corner who's like, you got any more of that data? I just need some more of that data. I tell you what we're going to do. Come on, just give me one more hit of that data. Oh yeah. It's just like, it's kind of ridiculous. It's like, dude, don't you have enough data by now? We got enough data, right? Give me some data. I want more data. So we'll see if he does the same thing, right? We'll see. Very wishy-washy, indeed. Yeah. Rips, what do you see on a 10-year note auction? I don't think we have any 10-year note auctions this week. I'm looking. No, we don't have any 10 years. We got a 20-year bond auction. We don't have any 10 years. We got a 20-year, a 30-year, and a 6 and 8 week bill, or 6 and 8 month bill auction today. We are continuing to drift higher. Is anybody long in this price action right here and now? I mean, it's just been drifting higher and higher and higher. It would be a great Globex trade if you caught this little flickacito to the downside. It'd be really, really nice. How many past combines do you have? I can't even pass one. Well, I mean, if you are chilling out and just taking like the best trades that you possibly can and you're not focused on passing, I think that it's a heck of a lot easier than forcing yourself to try to pass these things. Because if you're going into the day, right, let's just go over like what's my mindset going into today, right? I want to make money, right? I want to make money in this market, right? I would love to make. There's a trade out there. There's a trade guaranteed. There's a trade out there that could make me $200,000 today. Like let's do the quick maths here. How do we get to 200,000? There's our calculator. So 200,000 is our goal, right? I'm not going for this, but I'm just saying there's a $200,000 trade out there for me. Watch. Okay. $20 a point. We have 5 accounts and this is per contract, $2,000 per account. Or wait, hold on. It's a little bit early here. How am I trying to calculate this here? So 200,000 divided by 5 accounts. I need to make $40,000 per an account. Divided by $20 a point. I need to get 2,000 points divided by 15 contracts. So 133 points. There you go. 133 points is all I need to find. What do we get from here off the lows? So we are trading 625 and off the lows here, we were at 530. Okay. So we only need to get 38 more points if we caught it off the lows there. There you go. But I'm just saying, like, obviously we're not going to get that. But like, you get what I'm saying though? You get what I'm saying? It's like, it's there. If you're going full bore and everything, like there's $200,000 to pull out of the market. Am I going to get that? Of course not. But I'm just saying, like, it's there. It's always going to be there. So if you can understand, max value is always going to be there in one way or another. You really get rid of those hungry eyes. I'm not really caring about it. So for the person who said, I can't pass my combines. Well, what is your mentality going into the day? Is your mentality going into the day more so like, I need to find a way to pass the combine? Or is your mentality like, I'm going to pace myself and I'm going to try to find one really good trade today and see what happens. And I'm going to measure my results after the trade is complete. And then I'm going to rate myself. I'm going to journal that trade and see how I can improve it. I promise you're probably going with the first one and not the second one. Right? I promise you that you're probably looking at the first one saying, how do I pass this combine? Versus, I'm going to look for one really good setup or 2 really good setups. And now I'm going to rate myself. How did I take that setup? How were my executions on that setup? How did I perform on that? Right? Tag says, yes, this is the guy. I'm going to try to take one trade a day now. I've been so close many times and blow it. And it's just like, it's the same thing. Like and I get it, right? I understand the mindset. I'm not talking like I'm so much holier than thou. Like I've been there multiple times. I've been in the position where I'm like at 158K in my combine and I get smoked. 158K goes to a busted combine. And that's like, how do you lose $8,000 and blow a combine? Well, I've done it. It happens. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I'm some friggin' trading god or something. Like, no, I struggle just like everybody else. I have mental blockades just like everybody else, but I've gone through these motions so many times that I've come out the other side. I can talk about these things. And I can describe those emotions that I went through because it's a lot similar to what I see going on out there in the trading community. I'm not sitting here acting like, oh, I never do this stuff. No, of course I do, right? Of course I do. So if you're running that whole thing where it's like you get very, very close to passing that combine and you're like right around the corner, one of the little tricks, little mental tricks that you can do, put that combine off to the side, start another combine, or trade in a practice account, trade in a paper account, trade in a sim account, trade something else, right? Go into a different account and just trade in that account. And what you're going to do is you're going to start to condition your brain like, okay, all of this stuff that I've been considering, all of the things that I've been setting up in my mind, like you're so close to passing. Oh, you're right around the corner. Just one more trade and you'll be passing this thing, right? All of these things that you put in your brain, they're not real. The only person who knows about these things is you and anybody else who's willing to listen to you tell them, right? They're not real. The market has no idea that you're $38 away from passing your account or $1,000 away from passing your account. The market has no clue. And there's, like I said, there's always going to be another trade. There's always going to be another trade around the corner. Like as I'm talking right now, I don't see this as a setup, but there's somebody out there who's long this market and they're just printing right now because the market's continually going up. I don't see that setup myself. If I saw the setup, I'd have a trade on right now, but I don't see that setup myself. I missed the boat and that's okay. I'm not going to sit here and FOMO into a trade. Certainly not going to go into an XFA trade or into a live funded trade because there's no setup for me. Now, if the market starts correcting sharply and coming up to a certain area, moving around, doing things for a setup, that's different. But the point is that the only person who knows about how far away you are from passing is you. The market has no idea that that even exists because it doesn't in reality. It's not a real thing. Now, if you're a fund and you're trading a large positional trade, yes, there's going to be algorithms that are spotting that amount of liquidity and that transactional volume. They're going to be knowing that and committing it to their memories. Their algorithms is what they do. But you're not that person. You're not that guy. You're not moving millions of dollars in these markets. In fact, if you're not trading on a live account, none of your orders are actually being seen because it's all sim, right? And so given that information, and you're the only person who knows what's really going on, who's the person who's keeping you from passing? Is it the market makers? Is it somebody, some tricksters in the market? No, it's you. It's you, and you ought to take responsibility for it. You're the person who's limiting yourself from passing because you're psyching yourself out. You're creating all of these obstacles in your brain that don't even exist. Because think about it. If you got that far in the first place and you didn't take lucky trades to get there, well, by golly, you could do it again. And how do you do it again? Well, for me personally, one of the ways I got over that blockade, as I just said, trade another combine. And then you have this one that's like so close to passing, you go, you know what? I've been taking some really good trades. I'm kind of in the pocket. I'm just going to switch over to this other combine and do it. One of the other things that you could do, if you want to take it to the next level and you're still having like a lot of trouble getting over that mental blockade, put a Post-it note over your account selection and just use your scroll wheel and just scroll randomly and it'll select one of your accounts. This is a crazy trick, I know, right? Use your mouse scroll wheel. It'll randomly select one of your accounts and now you're not going to know. Are you trading the combine that's about to pass? Are you trading the combine that you just started? You don't even know. You're just taking a really good trade. And I'd say this often, but I often am passing 159 combines with like a balance of like 160, 161. Because on average, I take about 9 days to pass those things, which is fine. But I'm not really looking at like, oh, I just need to make $300 on this trade. Because if you do that, what's going to happen is you're going to see that profit and loss up at like $300. You take the trade down and you have commissions that are being paid. And now it's like, shoot, now I'm like $8 away from passing, which sucks. And that sucks. So kind of just to tie things back together here, what is the problem with passing when you're so close? It's not the market. It's not the market makers. It's you. It's you. It's you. And if you're the problem, how do we get through that and find a solution? Well, we look for alternative paths with least resistance. And in this case, at least what I've found is swapping over to a different combine, trading on a practice account, getting my head straight. Because you want to get out of a pressurized situation, right? Don't even worry about it. Get yourself in a mental state where you're not up your own behind and trying to do things that are more difficult. Why make it so much more difficult on yourself? Travis says, one of the best things to do when you get close to passing, having blown combines and been so close to passing, is simply to take a few days off. That's another one too. If you are able to do that, there's a lot of traders who are, you say, hey, why don't you take a break from trading? They're like, yeah, no. There's a lot of traders out there that refuse to take breaks. I was one of them for a very long time. And then I took a very extended break and I came back better than ever. Tops have asked you if you would turn this hour to a show for them. A lot of people would benefit from this. Hey, I mean, just come watch here. It's the same thing. Seems easy to pass, but when you do, it's a different game. Yeah, I mean, again, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like it's easy as heck, but the more times you do it, the easier it gets. It's a repeatable process, but I understand, those first few times when you're right there at the finish line, your mind has a great way of psyching yourself out. Your mind has a great way of getting in the way of things and kind of adding all of this extra pressure. And like, even though you want to ignore it, like, let's just say the figure in the back of your mind is like $250 away from passing. And you put on a trade and you're like up $120. And then all of a sudden the price action starts to stall. What do you think your brain's going to do? It's going to be like, dude, get out now. That'll put us halfway to hometown. Like, let's get out right now. Get out. And it's like, but is there anything in the price action right now that is suggesting that you actually should get out of this trade? Is this trade now a avoided trade? Is this trade like a bunk trade because what? Because you're halfway to passing now? Like, give me a break. You know exactly what I'm talking about, because I've done this before, where it's like you're looking at how close you are to passing instead of actually looking at the trade that you have on. And now you're trading a game within a game. Doesn't make any sense, right? Like Ricky says, don't sabotage yourself. And I know it's a tall order, but it's like, if you find yourself doing these things where you're not, and what's worse, like, right? So let's take that example. You're up $120 into a trade and you were 250 away passing. So this now puts you 130 away from passing, but you haven't closed yet. You're up $120. Now it ticks against you. Now you're up only $100, right? And now you close the trade. And the moment that you close the trade, price action shoots straight up. Let's say you're in a long. Price action goes straight up to the north side. And it's like you would have made $500 on the trade. You would not only would have passed, but you would have smashed through that thing. And now you're sitting there and you're like, okay, all right, now I'm ready. You have all of the confidence in the world. You put the trade back on. The moment you put the trade back on, it goes, it's like, right? And now it's like, what just happened? You had the trade on. You were perfect. And all you did, you didn't look at the price. You weren't even paying attention to reality. You were paying attention into something that you just created up here. Has no existence in actual reality. It only exists in fantasy land up here, right? Crazy. And it's like, well, why do algorithms win? Because algorithms aren't sitting there and having this internal dialogue being like, I'm only $10 million away from hitting our fund record this week. Algorithms aren't sitting there thinking that, right? Algorithms aren't having this weird internal dialogue where it's like, I'm so close, I got to take this off. This is the best green trade I've had. Oh my gosh. And it sucks. I get it. It sucks. It sucks because you put that trade on, you're working so hard, and then you psych yourself out of the trade because you're sitting there, your palms are starting to get a little sweaty. You're like, this is going to be my first pass combine. I need this. I need this. And then like right when it's about to go, the price action's like, hold on. We're about to go. We'll go down a little bit first. And then you're holding it. Goes down a little bit more. You're like, no. Oh, trading. Isn't it fun? Can you believe that we decide to do this every single day? Can you believe that we do this voluntarily? What's wrong with us? But it's all in your mind, right? It's all in your mind. It's all in your mind. And so just check yourself. Check yourself the next time that you're doing this. And if you're having trouble doing this, all you ought to do is just switch over to a practice account, switch over to a different combine, and then get rid of this whole fear of like, well, then I'm going to waste a good trade. Well, this is trading. Just stay consistent, build that consistency, and you'll get there. That's it. So 8:30 came and went, and guess what? No news. Isn't it crazy we have an 8:30 with no news? Isn't that nuts? We came up to this line in the sand right here, by the way, and we are starting to reject off of it. So this could be a potential short, but if we start to reject the short side, I could be interested in long in this potentially up here, but I think the better trade is looking for a rejection above here to take short. Not saying that's going to happen, but if we see the price action getting relatively weak up here, then that could be a nice short. This is also a short area here, but I'm not seeing insane amounts of weakness just yet. If you're enjoying the stream so far, folks, please do me a favor. Go ahead and drop a like on the video. I will do a giveaway today. We're going to do a poll at 500 likes. And we'll do a giveaway, let's say, at 1,000. We'll do a giveaway at 1,000. All right, folks, stick with me. I'll be right back in about 2 seconds. And we're back. Look at that. We never even left. How many likes did we get up to, by the way? We are at 350. Let's get a few more. Let's run that poll. I'm curious to see what you folks think, if we're ever going to run it up today, if we're going to just kind of meander around. Hey, Marcus, welcome. What did I miss here? Some of my best trades are when I follow my process and walk away for a few hours. Yeah, it's crazy how that works, right? Less human interference. If my opinion might be worth anything for someone struggling with passing combine, size down, trade 1 micro, go for 70 to 80 profit, risk 30 to 40. You need only about 150 a day to pass 50K. Very good advice there, Dark. Very good advice. And just because you can pass a combine in 2 days doesn't mean that should be your goal. I feel like a lot of folks kind of get lost in that mindset too. I get that DM all the time. I'm not even kidding. I get that question. And it's definitely a little bit concerning. People DM me that question. How fast can I pass a top step combine? It's like, whoa, slow down. And it's weird because those are the same people that message me that end up saying, how come I keep blowing my XFA so fast? Well, because you're rushing on your combine. You're not really getting much trading experience in. And I'm sure that you're probably blowing through combines. And like G-Line says, the problem is if you pass a combine in 2 days, it doesn't help you keep your XFA. It teaches you bad habits. Now, I will say this. I have passed combines in 2 days. But do you know why I've passed combines in 2 days? It's not because I'm trying to pass them in 2 days. It's because we've had back-to-back amazing days in the market where you're moving like 500-600 points. If the market's moving 500-600 points, and I'm just speaking on the NQ here, if the market is moving 500-600 points in 2 days back-to-back, there's a good chance I will pass a combine in 2 days. But Is the market going to move back to back 500, 600 point days? Probably not. Usually not. It's an outlier. Those are outlier days. But when you get those back to back, those are usually the times where I am passing a combine pretty quickly. But it's not like I'm sitting there and being like, oh man, we had a good day. I hope we have another one tomorrow. I can pass another combine. It's not what I'm thinking about at all. Like Richard says, don't trade your combine, trade your strat. Stop thinking about how far away you are from passing. Stop thinking about how many days it's going to take and just focus on those trades. Speaking of trades, this one is rejecting quite nicely. Did anybody short this area here, 630 3/4? We had a little perk above that. You can see it's been kind of this area of liquidity that we've been transacting around here. I don't expect this to go that much lower, maybe retrace back to the VWAP, but I don't expect it to go that much lower. We don't really have a ton of big sellers. This tape is not the easiest to read as well because the participation rate is kind of low. And it doesn't look like there's not a lot of intentional purpose behind a lot of this price action from what I can see. And especially being an event-driven trader, I should say, there's not really any catalyst for the market to be moving outside of positional trades. Equities are kind of dead right now, so I'm not getting any hints from equities. And then the S&P is just kind of snaking around in a tighter range. Good morning, Trade Travel RN. Good to see you. The rules won't let you pass it on 2 days. Am I correct on that? No, you can. Yeah, you can actually pass it in 2 days. I've done it before. There's been plenty of people who can pass the combine in 2 days. Because think about it. If you want to pass, let's just say that you're dead set on passing in 2 days. On a 150K combine, you make $4,500 on one day, $4,500 in the next day. There you go. Passed in 2 days. Because you can't make more than 50%, right? So if the profit target is $9,000, you make $4,500 day one, $4,500 day two. There's your $9,000. Boom, you're passed. Should that be your goal? Of course not. No. Because if you make that your goal, I promise you're going to get into the XFA. It's going to be gone. You're going to sit there like, wait, what happened? I don't understand. How can you pass in 2 days with commissions? What do you mean? You can always there's some days where I will end the day like day one, 45.09, day two, 45.16, pass. There's like a little buffer zone. I have my commissions registered in NinjaTrader, by the way, so I have the exact amount that I'm actually making. I can see that in my NinjaTrader. So like if I go to my commissions on NinjaTrader, and also you can see it in TopStep X. TopStep X will automatically show you all that stuff. So let me see here. If I go to commissions, where is it? It's under tools, maybe. Yeah, commissions. So right here, I have all of my commissions set up for TopStep. There you go. Per unit, 218, 71 cents, 71 cents, 218. There you go. So ES 218, NQ 218, MES 71 cents, MNQ 71 cents. That's how you have it set up. And that's per unit. Per unit commission. There you go. Because it's, what is it? 36 aside, 436 aside, I believe. You can only make, say, 1,500 and 1,500 make 3,000, but if your commissions are at 14.89 with it, but again, you can make, with it's after commissions. So there you go. Yes, TopStep X is commission fee free, but you have to pay ECN fees, which are never going to go away. So ECN fees are much smaller than commissions, obviously. 78 cents on micros. Maybe they changed it. I'm not a huge micros trader, so maybe they bumped up the commissions in micros. I'd have to go back and check. So maybe my micro commissions are wrong, but I'm pretty sure that my other ones are correct. Good morning, Carmen. Will the Democratic convention move the markets this week? Depends. If there's anything that's tremendously newsworthy that comes out of it, if it's just, like if it's just like a Lizzo concert, then probably not. But if there's any market moving news, then maybe something comes out of it. 74 cents. What do I have? 71 cents. Doesn't have to be to the set at all, just over 1,500 on one day. So 74 cents. Okay, let me change that. Thank you, everybody. Let me change my commissions right now. I had the old ones. Shows how long it's been since I've traded that. Let's see. Edit that to 74 cents. Am I right on the big boys? Am I right on 218? 218's got to be correct, right? Am I right? Now I want to check. Like 280? What do I have? 218? Okay, 218. All right. 280. Oh, goodness. What if I change that all up? Yeah, 218. All right, good. Yeah, because it's like my totals have been, the commission totals and everything has been fine. So, yeah. Top Step doesn't care about commissions. They care about final profit, including commissions. There you go, Penguin. Correct. Yeah. So, always, if you can make, one of the things too is like if you can overshoot it, that's great because then you can just flip contracts towards the end of the day or whenever, when you're ever about to be done trading for the day, you can flip contracts and get your costs down. Your commissions will go up and your profit and loss will go down. Like somebody messaged me and they're like, Rips, I made $10,000 today and 150K on my combine. What do I do? It's like flip contracts. What does that mean? Oh, you buy a contract, you keep clicking the reverse button, and those commissions will eat away at your total profit for the day. 280? No way. Hold on. Hold the phone. Let's see. Let's see. Whoa, 280. What in the world is happening? When did that happen? Updated over a week ago? What? Wait, what? When did this change? Oh my gosh. Well, price is going up. Price of doing business is going up here. Maybe, you know what? Maybe I'm using the ones from the live funded. Maybe the live funded are cheaper. Maybe that's the ones I was looking at. Let's see. The live funded. Wait, hold on. Wait a second. Hold on. That's for Top Step X. That's round turn, Top Step X. Slow down. Slow it up for a minute here. I'm going to go down. I'm going to look at Rhythmic. All right. Okay. See? I was right. Rhythmic is $1.42. It is 71 cents. Yeah. See? I knew it. There we go. Everybody's giving me bad information. Oh, goodness. I'm going to set it back to 71 cents. You dirty dogs. I see what you're trying to pull over there. I see what you're trying to pull over there. You folks are trolling me, trying to get my commissions higher than they should be. You dirty dogs. Look, so this is the correct information, which is what I had. So if you're looking at Rhythmic, this is the round turn fee right here. 436 divided by 2. And then 142 divided by 2. Where's Ashton Kutcher? Folks are trying to troll me again. There you go. Rips, I want to learn to read Bookmap. Where's a good place to start? Well, you could watch this channel. It's sometimes good. I don't know. Bookmap. YouTube.com/bookmap. There you go. That's the one. Explain, I don't understand. So round turn is you open a trade, close a trade. That's called a round turn. So you divide that number by 2, and that's going to give you commission per side of the trade. By the way, look at that. We are finding a little bit of footing here. We didn't make it quite down to the VWAP there. But again, I'm still not seeing a setup. I'd love to trade this, but yeah. You can also set personal daily profit target on Top Step X to cap your profit. Yes, you can do that. But it can create sometimes in high volatility environments, it can create sometimes a little bit of a predicament for some folks out there. How many likes are we at right now? 471. Oh, we're so close. Let's run a poll, folks. Let's run a poll here. Rips, why does the slippage always go over when you're in the red for stop loss, but take profit is always on the dot? Because they want to give you a little bit more room. And also you have to understand in high volatility, they're going to, because it's a simulated market, they're going to give you the print that's available right there and now. So for instance, there's spreads in the market right now. And if I'm going to market buy, they're going to give me the top of the spread. If I'm going to market sell, they're going to give me the bottom of the spread. Whereas if I'm actually conducting a real trade in the live market, there's a chance I could get lower than the spread. There's a chance. Unlikely, but there's a chance. But slippage is a real thing. It's normal. It's always going to happen. Brokers widen spreads during news to limit their risk. 100%. There you go. Just use liquidate and not liquidate and lock out. That is sage advice right there. like what Micah just said, use liquidate, not liquidate and lock out. That is sage advice, because I've seen so many people have the issue where in a high volatility environment, they get locked out and they made too much profit and now they can't trade that account. That is great advice from Micah in here, one of our channel members. But make sure you're doing that. Don't liquidate and lock out. Just liquidate and have yourself set the lock right there. Gold is finding sellers. Let's have a look at gold for you there, Yarden. Yeah, gold is coming down a little bit here. We were up at the nosebleeds there for a minute, and now we are coming back down here. Yeah, potentially back down to like this 25.16 area. Props make up their own slippage from what I understand. That happens in FX props. When we're talking about like Top Step, I have not seen any fake slippage in Top Step. I've only seen the prints where the prints could be. Now, given, and you know, we can show this on the chart here. Let's just say that the market is coming down. You can get stopped out like here, and then the price could never actually print here and then reverse. You could get stopped out right here because that is the current the current bid, right? They're bidding this low, but nobody in the actual live market took that bid. But when you were crossing your threshold of being stopped out, they're going to fill you on that bid. And even though the market didn't print that bid, it can look a little bit weird. It's like, well, the market never went there. Well, they were bidding that as the market. That was the bid. But then somebody took an offer trade. They swiped at the offer, and that's what printed. So the bid was valid, and that's where you got filled on your simulated fill. Does that make sense? There's going to be slippage. Of course, there's going to be slippage, but that's the way that the markets work. When you're talking about a marketing in and out of a trade, if you don't want to have slippage, then use limit orders, right? Use limit orders if you don't want to have slippage, because limit orders will guarantee you that you get that price. There you go. Take care, Lynn, and we'll see you. Rips, thanks for all the knowledge. You said you don't see the setup you're looking for. What is the setup you're looking for to enter? Right now, it's coming from liquidity and confluence over in the Mag 7. We have neither. And because I'm an event-driven trader, we don't have any news this morning until 10 a.m. We do have a speaker at 9:15. So that's what I'm going to be waiting for. I'm going to be waiting for Chris Waller to start yapping at 9:15. That can potentially move the market, add some liquidity, and make the order flow easier to read. And then we can use order flow confluence alongside Mag 7 and potentially some technical aspects of the market looking for setups. Here watching the old school movie Poltergeist with my kids and trading with you. Nice, Martin. I usually wait until like October to start firing up all those scary movies. Poltergeist, that's a good one. That's one where she's like, is that the one where she's vomiting in the bed and the head spinning and all that? That's Poltergeist, right? Am I thinking of the right movie? That one. Is that Poltergeist? Am I tripping? Exorcist. Sorry. Yeah, wrong movie. Wow. Totally the wrong movie. Totally. Way off. Samsonite. Wow. Way off on that one. Which one's Poltergeist? Is that like the hovering on the bed? What? Now I'm getting them all conflated. Oh, man. White hair, watches TV. Okay. That's right. Okay. It's like The Ring ripped that off a little bit, didn't they? Oh, goodness. Oh, my goodness. Poltergeist was their back. As always, great mentoring session. Rip's going to hang out at Top Step TV. Thanks for stopping by, Tomas. We'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. Tomorrow I will be on Top Step TV, mind you. I'm going to be on Top Step TV, trading with the crew. We'll be trading Top Step X platform live on air tomorrow. See how we do with that. And it's funny seeing you here versus Top Step. I think you feed off of the energy of the other moderators. What do you mean? Any poker this weekend? No, you know what's funny is like I only played on Friday. I didn't play Saturday, didn't play Sunday. There was no game on Saturday and Sunday. So I played on Friday, made about 5K. But today we're playing at 2 p.m. thankfully. So the plan for today is hopefully picking up the Bentley. Bentley wasn't ready on Friday and they're not open over the weekend. So hopefully picking up the Bentley today. We'll post a video of the new exhaust on Instagram stories and then hopefully playing some poker and cleaning up. Bet the win, nose rib. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Can't miss it. So the 20-year bond auction Wednesday of this week have a big impact on the market. Yes, I think it will. I think the big ticket items this week are going to be, we have Canadian CPI tomorrow. That's going to be interesting. That's pretty much it. Tomorrow we got Raphael Bostic speaking tomorrow. Wednesday we get the FOMC meeting minutes alongside the 20-year bond auction. Thursday, jobless claims, PMI. And then Friday, get the semi-billings report, which is going to be interesting. Cal says, how often do you win at poker? I'm consistently winning at poker. We are up deep six figures now. Well, not deep. I shouldn't say deep. But in 2 weeks, we're edging closer to 200K in profits in 2 weeks of playing poker. Getting very close. Maybe today we'll make that happen. Maybe we'll get over the edge there on, what is today? Monday. Maybe it'll happen. What was your first dream car purchase? Ooh. First dream car purchase. I mean, I grew up very, very poor, so my dreams are very small to start. So, I mean, probably like the first AMG I got was like a really cool one. And then like first Porsche was really cool. First Lambo was really cool. I mean, it's all different experiences, right? There's all different levels to everything. First Ferrari was really, really cool. There's all different levels to it. So, I mean, like the first one that like really was like, wow, this is awesome was AMG. F40, never had an F40. No, not me. Wrong guy. I would love to have an F40. Never had one though. Do you have a better winning day percentage in poker or trading? I mean, I don't know. Hopefully I'll be on some poker streams. Well, not hopefully, but I'm likely to be on some poker streams soon. So we'll be able to see some poker soon. Post videos of them. I do every single day on Instagram stories, Anthony. Where you been? Every single day. What do you think of the Cybertruck? Not my speed. Not my tempo. Not my tempo. I'm not a big fan. See them all the time around here. Awesome at the lodge. No, we were talking about that. Actually can go out and play at the lodge. Can definitely get into that game. Played with Doug many times before. But I don't know if I want to go to Austin and play. And I would much rather prefer maybe Hustler Casino Live, or there's going to be, during the wintertime, I'm more than likely going to be playing the 300-600 game for the win stream that they do. So we'll see. That's probably the one that I'm going to be looking forward to the most. And that should be a really good game. That'll probably be with Roble, Adelstein, JRB maybe. Be some good stuff. To get your exotics from Chopper? I don't know what Chopper is. Do you journal poker days? Not really, no. Use cumulative delta? Yes, every single day. CBD. Bentley or Rolls? I had a Wraith and not as good as what I like about the GT Speed. So my wife wants a Cullinan now. I'm trying to convince her that she should have a Urus instead. So I'm not a big fan. I think it's a little bit, it's whatever. I mean, I don't know. What do you folks think? I like a lot more fast stuff. She's a great driver too. She's beat me on the track many, many times. Make a day in the life video. Every single day I post day in the life A&M on my Instagram. Every single day. I haven't gone a day without it. Like literally every single day I'm posting on my Instagram story. If you want to check out Instagram, if you haven't been on there before, right here. Just go there. Follow on there. Aston DB12. I had an Aston way back. I didn't like it. I had it for like 2 weeks and I gave it back. Didn't give it back, but it's like, it was like, I traded it in and traded it up. I think I went, what was it? Like a Volante or something? I can't even remember. I'd have to go back and look, but it was not a well-built car at all. What the heck was it? Not a Vantage. It's like what was it? It's like a V. I'm pretty sure it's a V. But, what is it? Vanquish. Thank you. Vanquish. Yes. God, it was a piece of garbage. That thing sucked. It was like so bad. It was like, close the door. It sounds like the thing's going to explode. It was like the worst car ever. That and then the original Bentley GT Continental was a piece of crap. Those two cars, I was like, I'm never buying a Bentley again. I'm not going to buy any British made cars anymore. Yeah. Thank you, Davey Edge. Appreciate you. Yeah, things sucked. Why does poker correlate so well with trading? It's very similar. It's extremely similar because you're calculating probabilities. The thing that takes poker to the next level is reading people. Live poker is better in that sense other than online poker. I played a bunch of online poker, but then Black Friday came along and then kicked everybody out of poker, unfortunately. So there was no way to play online anymore. There's a lot of folks that play online with like, Bitcoin and stuff now. It's like, I wouldn't, not interested. WSOP.com, I can play out here in Nevada, but, not really. I like live poker way more. Into any classics, the only classic that I'd look to buy right now would be that Eleanor remake, but it's like literally $500,000. So you have to be really committed to that thing. And I don't know. I don't like it that much, Like you'd have to be super committed to want to spend $500,000 on that car. Where do you live, Florida? Nope. Live in Vegas. Corny question. You seem to be very successful with a nice life, nice career, hobbies. Where do you picture yourself in 10 years? Do you ever want to retire from trading, from streaming? I mean, I enjoy what I do. I really do enjoy doing this. It's a lot of fun for me. I love action. I love trading. I love playing poker. I love being out here. It's great. I mean, things are fun. I don't know. 10 years from now, probably doing the same stuff. I like to do what I like to do, It's always fun. You ever own any of the JDM classics? I would, and this is controversial, but I would really like to get a 94 Mark II and turn it into the original OG orange Supra. Like, I know. My buddy actually did that. Spent I think he's into the car for like $160K, but it's like exact replica from the movie. He's a big kid just like me. Made a bunch of money and just has fun, Is it Mark III? Is it Mark III? It's not Mark II? Is it Mark III? So wrong about this, right? Todd, you've lived here in Vegas for 24 years. What do you think of it? What do you think of it? Are you a big fan? Mark IV? What did I say? Mark II? It's a Mark IV, right? Mark IV. Okay, my bad. 94 Mark IV. If I traded yesterday's open at 6 p.m. EST, does that profit count for today on my Top Step combines? It does. And depending on what platform you're trading in, it will show you what your realized profit and loss is. And until that clears, it's still the same day. So that's going to be until 4:10 p.m. today. 4:10 p.m. Rips, watch almost all your videos. Love your terminology when scalping. I come up with funny, weird sayings. It keeps me honest in the trade. Keeps me able to be focused. Grew up in Vegas when you could drive down Fremont Street. Yeah, downtown Vegas used to be awesome. I've been coming to Vegas for a very, very long time. I was here for the opening of the Wynn. I was here like Bellagio when that was the hot spot. I love Vegas. I've always, it's a weird oddity that I haven't had a place here sooner. It's a strange oddity. Like I've always been here. Do you ever struggle with the fact that a car tends to depreciate a lot, goes against the trader mentality? Nah, not at all. I mean, you can't take it with you, right? You can't take money with you. You got to find ways to enjoy yourself. You can live a very boring life, but if you're comfortable, what's money if you can't spend it, right? I couldn't care less if every single car, for the most part, I've had is depreciated. Maybe my SF90 will hold some value, but it's got a long way to go back from what I purchased it for. It's got a long way to climb. So I might be holding on to that for a while. It's depreciated quite a bit. But it's like you don't get that car and I'd be like, oh man, this is an investment. The only way that a Ferrari is an investment is if you're the person who's flipping it immediately, but then you can get blacklisted. There's a lot of bad things that can happen. Dealers can get in trouble for that. It's a whole thing. Going to the UFC event at the Sphere, I'd love to. Absolutely. Are you monetizing the cars? In what way can I monetize my cars? Yes, I monetize them by posting them on Instagram. I don't get any revenue from Instagram, so no, I guess I'm not monetizing my cars. You buy the car outright or making payments. Depends. There's definitely you can use like a business lease for things, but there's certain cars that you just can't lease. There's certain car. I mean, there's Putnam is a leasing company. You can do very, very high end cars, but no, I buy my cars. I like to buy my cars. I don't want to be a clock watcher on my odometer for the most part. You know, I don't want to sit there and be like, oh, I can only drive this many miles on my car. And then if you go over, it's like, oh, this is costing me, this trip is $200. So no, I like to buy my cars. I've had a few Porsches, made money on them all. Yeah, Porsches, you know, there's certain cars that you can actually make money on that you can flip, but it's like, I'm not, you know, there's certain people who will sit there and they're sticklers on things. There's certain times when there's a time to be like negotiating and things like that. But for the most part, like if you're buying a certain type of car, the last thing that you're doing is like, I need to be value shopping. Like you're buying an unnecessary thing to go unnecessarily fast. Like the SF90 has 2 speeds, not jail time and absolutely prison time. There's no in between. So it's like, you're not really looking at something like that is entirely unnecessary to have and being like, okay, all right, let's run the numbers on this thing. It's like you're buying this because you're a nut job. You're buying this thing because you like to go fast and you're a psychopath. You know, like I was, I'm happily down in that car. Like very, very much happily down in that car. It is way down in value from what I got it for. Just want the new Dark Horse. Is that the Mustang? The Dark Horse is the Mustang. Do you believe in saving money or making more? Both. I don't blow money. I absolutely, like, it's irresponsible to blow money, like spending more money than you actually have. Insane. Or spend, like buying, like if you're buying toys and like you're spending like your capital, like you need to have money, right? You got to have your money that your money's making money for. And then like, you know, the cream of the crop, the cream on top, the cream, that's your like, go put that in some toys if you want. Or put that in your child's college fund or whatever the case, right? But there's money that's, you got to have some spending money. There's no point in making money unless you're going to spend it, right? Unless you're one of those people who just wants to build up the biggest high score possible and not spend any of it, you know? I'm sure blowing money is illegal somewhere. Yeah, there you go. Thoughts on a swing trade for oil on the daily to the top side? Let's have a look at crude. Let's see. Wow. Whew. Well, you're going to have to break out of this area right here where we're coming in right now. Get above this point of control up here. Target would be 76.14 there. That's what I would be looking for there. Are you trading today? Market is not very interesting today. I'm looking for trades. I'm waiting for, is it Waller who's speaking at 9:15? Yeah, Waller's speaking at 9:15. So we'll see if he has anything to move the market here. No luggage racks on a hearse. I like that. There's also no luggage space in the SF90 either. You can literally fit like a backpack if you're lucky. It's the most impractical thing in the world. Literally. Seriously impractical. Hate seeing the auctions and there's a super nice car that is on the auction block with 75 miles on it. Yeah, I don't understand that either. Like I understand collecting cars. Like my buddy's a huge car collector and he buys multiples, like kind of like shoes. Like there's folks who are sneakerheads. They'll buy a pair of shoes to wear and the same pair of shoes to keep in their closet dead stock. Buddy of mine does that with cars because he has so much dang money. And that's fine. But it's like if you're going to buy the car and not enjoy it, and I get it. Like if you're like, let's say it's like a very limited, like the Daytona, what is it, SP3 that just came out. I get it. Like, yeah, maybe it's like very much a collector's piece and everything, but you got to enjoy it. What's the point of having it if you can't enjoy it? We get into Fed words with you on the stream. Yes, 100%. All right. Did we get to, we must have been at 500 likes by now, right? What do we got? Yeah, 515. Let's go. Start a poll. Will the NQ end the day above or below, let's say 19,650? There we go. British cars tend to depreciate the worst. Yeah. That's, same thing. Like, it is what it is, right? If you want it, that's the cost of having it, right? If you want it, that's the cost of having it. I'm worried that we will experience a big quake in Cali soon and have a weird vibe about it. Interesting. Are you usually good with those types of premonitions? The San Andreas fault is due. Hasn't there been a large amount of earthquakes recently in California? Haven't they just been like 5 or 6 a day now? It's like really getting up there. But that's actually good, by the way, Richard. I don't know if you knew that. It's actually good to have a bunch of those smaller rumblings because that means that the faults are moving. Look at that. Wow, Coach Dakota. Money is a tool. $4.20, blaze it up. Thank you for that, Mr. Coach Dakota. When are you coming back out here to Vegas? We got some tables to chop up, my friend. Any G-Wagons? Never owned a G-Wagon. Not my cup of tea. My wife kind of likes them, but, not a cup of tea. The new one might be. They're finally updating the interior on it, but I'm sure they're going to be asking for like 50 to 100 over a sticker for that crap. Can't even imagine what a Brabus is going to cost of that. It's going to be ridiculous. All the wives out there are going to want one. Honey, get me one. I want the new G-Wagon. Oh, the new interior. Oh, new massage program. Did not suspect Coach D is a 420 partaker. Yeah, I don't know if he's a partaker in the 420. Motorcycles, yeah, I stopped though. I had to stop. Who's better at chess, Dakota or Rips? Dakota by a mile. Rips beat me at poker and chess. Now that I'm a liar. We'll play some more when you come back, buddy. We'll do some more chess. The massage seats in Mercedes are good, but they're not as good as some other offerings out there. 2 miles from San Andreas in Coachella Valley and nothing shaking here. Interesting. Huh. That is interesting. Dakota ripping that bong. For some reason, I can't picture that. I literally can't picture that at all. I can't picture Dakota ripping a bong. It's just not something I can imagine. Rips, did Dakota beat you in chess? I love Dakota. He's a great guy. I think he's awesome. I think he's an amazing, amazing dude. I'm not going to sit here and rip on anybody. I think he's great. He's a fantastic chess player, fantastic poker player. And Dakota rips hot chocolate. Hobbit pipe. Ooh, those things are tricky. Got like little swirls and everything. Well, we are about 6 minutes here from Mr. Christopher Waller, who is a voting member of the Fed, yapping away. So let's see if that gives us any opportunities. Love to find a trade here, but as I said earlier, nothing really doing. The best trade that we could have seen would have been longing off of like that 620 area, and that would have been good for a total of maybe 15 points with a stop. All that for 15 points. Crazy. You like GT 500s? They're okay. I mean, American Muscle, okay. I used to love the Viper, but it's just like they don't handle all that well. Maybe it's different now. I haven't given them a chance lately. But Celine's were really cool back in my day, back in like right out of college, I guess. Like Celine's were cool. They had the Celine Mustang. Those were fun. Yeah, just, those are cool, but not really. I like my, foreigns are nice. I like foreigns. Astons, haven't had any Astons in a very long time. Rips, is Dakota 1 inch taller than you? I don't think so. Dakota, were you taller than me? I don't remember. I really don't remember. I like Brabus. They're okay. They're nice. I mean, I was looking at potentially getting one for the wife, but then it's kind of like, whatever. Check out the Mustang GTD. Let's see this thing here. Mustang GTD. Let's see. Ooh, yeah, that's sick. That looks nice. Wait, is this the one that everybody got like that special key thing for? Is that the one? Is that the one that like they gave a bunch of influencers like a special key for this thing? Was that car or no? Looks sick. I like the body design on it. Yeah, that looks sweet. Here, let me show you what I'm looking at here. Do a little show and tell. Hold on. That was Slothfather who pointed that out. That's nice. That looks cool. Not opposed to that design. Looks awesome. Now, can it turn well though? See, I always get nervous. There's always people, you know, throughout the years, you have cars, people are always trying to race you on the highway, and it's usually people who have kind of like, sometimes they're like boxes and they try to race you and you're just like, dude, no, stop. Like, you're going to kill yourself. Like, I've never actually seen somebody get in an accident that's trying to race me, but like, I don't want to be that person. Like, dude, there's somebody, like, we're driving back from the strip one night and there's some dude like on a motorcycle that had all the pegs all over it and they started stunting in front of me. And like, I'm just like, dude, can you not? Like, I don't want you to like, dude, please stop. Like, I cool, great, I'm happy for you, but like, can you not do that right now? Like, I really don't want you to like get injured right now. They were wearing a helmet, thankfully, but it's just like, in Vegas, by the way, you don't have to wear a helmet. There's some dude in my neighborhood that like rips his bike without a helmet on. It's like, dude, it doesn't look that cool, believe me. Kind of crazy. Mustang would make sense to be that one. I mean, Mustangs have a lot of torque, but they just don't. I mean, do they make a 4-wheel drive Mustang yet? I don't think they do, right? Have to have a specific allocation for the GTD. Yeah, so I think they gave influencers like a bunch of keys. They're only making like 800 of them or something like that. Dude is going to end up having a mind-blowing experience. Yeah, dude, if you're riding a motorcycle without a helmet, I mean, you got some screws loose. Like, dude, come on. What are you doing? It's like you like, what if you hit like a sand pad? Like, what if there's like a little piece of like some gravel on the road or something? Like, bike skids out, crack. Like, dude, come on. I just don't get it. I just don't understand it. And what about the new Lambo Temerario? I'm not a big fan. I think they went backwards in design. Kind of like how the 296 is not as sexy as the SF90. Like, Ferrari needs to bring back Pininfarina. I don't know what they're doing. They need to call back their boys at Pininfarina and be like, dude, we're sorry. The MC20 looked sick. Can we please have you guys back on the design team, please? Because the 296 looks like garbage. I mean, my buddy's got two of them. And I mean, I won't say it to him because it's like, I feel bad, but it's like, dude, come on. 296 looks like a Ford GT that didn't pass grade school. If you know what I mean. It's like I don't get what the design is with the 296. I just don't understand. I just really don't get it. And then the Chilindri. What is that car? Oh my God. Like, that's your V12 offering. Okay. Like, what are you trying to do here? Like, is somebody trying to sabotage? Like, somebody's like mind-blowingly short on race, RACE ticker. Isn't RAC their ticker? Let's see. Is that still their ticker? Race? Yeah. Somebody's short Ferrari. And they're like, all right, let's sabotage all their designs. Did I get personal jet yet? No. No. I do not own a jet. I don't travel enough to own a jet. Cars do you have now, Rips? I post them on my Instagram. If you want to see them, follow on Instagram. How do I feel about the Segway GT2? What is that? Segway GT2? What in the world? You know, I don't ride motorcycles anymore, and this thing just looks a little bit too quick for me. You know, I don't know if I have the right license to drive something this fast. This is the Segway GT2. This is ooh boy. Wow, look, you can get 0% APR for what is it, 6 or 8 months? 6 months. Unbelievable. Look at that. What a deal. Get that thing going. Look at that suspension, though. Gotta wear a helmet on that thing. That's the super scooter. Look at that. This is the super scooter. Buy one, get one free? Wait, what? Oh my gosh, they got a BOGO on it. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's awesome. Blow it up in the wind on a Segway. Yeah, awesome. 44 miles an hour. That's a little bit too fast for that thing. All right, Feds Waller, what are you saying here? Oh, look at this. We waited all the morning for Feds Waller, and guess what? He came out and he said, I'm not commenting on monetary policy or the economy. Oh, thanks, buddy. Yeah, appreciate that. Woo-wee. Let's go. Yeah, Chris Waller doing it for us. All right. Come on. Dude. What do we need to do to get a setup around here? Come on. I mean, dude, this market sucks. I want a setup so bad. Did I see the new Temerario? I'm not a fan. Let's look at it. Dude, how do you spell it? Temerario. There we go. You folks tell me if you like this. I mean, I'm just not a... I don't like it. And you know what's cool? The Revuelto. I still smoke the Revuelto, so I'm happy about that. So this is a hybrid, kind of like how the Revuelto is. I think it's a V6, 907 horsepower. But like they're kind of copying the SF90 kind of here, and then doing the what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that 8 sides? No, that's only 6. Sectagon? Is that hexagon? What's 6? Hexagon? I got a case of stupids this morning. What is a 6 side? I'm not a hexagon. Okay, I'm not crazy. Usually they're octagonal, aren't they? I thought they use octagons. They always use hexagons. That's weird. Hexagonal shapes on their Lambo. Anyway, I'm not a huge fan because it kind of looks like they're trying to rip off the SF90 a little bit. I mean, I that to me looks like backwards design. Let's look at the rear. The rear is okay. See, I can get behind the rear. I can get behind the rear on this thing, but I don't know. Just not a fan. Hold on. Let me bring up the rear. She's chunky. I mean, she's got that gat, but, not my thing. Honeycomb design. There you go. I mean, that's a thick backside there, but would we call that, would that be called a thicky thick gat? What would we call that? What's the Zoomer speak for that? And when you have some Zoomers as their kids, that's a gat that's busting on God from Ohio. Oh, I'm old. I'm too old for this. Lambo Raul drooling somewhere in Miami watching the stream. Yeah, I don't know. It's not my thing. It's okay. It's the front that ruins it for me. It's the front that just kills it for me. Just looks like a weird SF90 Lambo thing. I don't know. And you know what? The stats are not that great. I mean, they're okay. What is it? Temerario. And I hate the name too. Temerario. Like that didn't even roll. Like Huracan Gallardo. Like those things sound good. Temerario. What are you driving over there? I got one of those new Temerario. Excuse me? You have a what? I got a Temerario. What is that name? What does it even mean? What does it mean? What does that mean in Italian? Hold on, I gotta look this up. Let's do a little Google Translate. Temerario. What does this mean? Daredevil. Oh, I see what they do. Oh, reckless. Temerarious. Okay, I kind of get it. Daredevil. Oh, dare to make a V6 naturally aspirated paired with a electronic motor. We're daring to do that, even though everybody's done it before us. Oh, it's a V8. Sorry, it's V8. V8. Sorry. 0 to 60. Let's see. What is the 0 to 60 on this thing? 2.7. I feel like you could kind of read the entire page, every single word of War and Peace by the time you hit 60 in that thing. 2.7. What does the Model 3 do? Model 3, 0 to 60. Let's see here. The performance model. 2.9. And it costs 42 grand. Come on. Come on, Lambo. What are you doing? Crazy. What are you doing over there in that Temerario? Yeah, not my speed. I wouldn't, yeah. It's kind of sad, to be honest. Like 296 and then this. Like, what's going on here? Why? What's happening? Where's all the good designers? Where's the love? A Bugatti Chiron. No, I'm not going to get a Bugatti. Limited by the laws of physics. Well, design can be better. I mean, look at all the sexy, look at the Pista. You want to see a beautiful design? Look at the Pista. There's a Pista right now that's being offered to me. It's a little bit too much. I want to get the Spider instead, but boy, I love the Pista. Tracked the Pista like 3 or 4 weeks ago. But man, I love the Pista. Tangerine. The Tangerine. Yeah, Huracan was V10. Imagine if they did a V10 hybrid instead. Wouldn't that be something? V10 hybrid would be cool. Ferrari. Get Pininfarina and do a V10 hybrid. That'd be crazy. Although their V8 is just so nice. The 488 engine, or the 458 original platform. Whew. Super sick. MP drives a Rivian. I see a lot of Rivians around here too. It is what it is. Do you actually get 40 to 50 miles per gallon in the SF90? If you drive it in hybrid mode, I'm sure you get like a pretty decent MPG in that thing. I'm pretty sure. I just don't drive it in hybrid mode all that often. I drive it in qualifying mode. I really, I use that car how it's meant to be driven. Lambo's owned by Volkswagen. Yeah, but Volkswagen does Bentley, Rolls, Lambo, Audi, Bugatti. Who am I leaving out? Do they do Fiat? No. Who else am I leaving out there? Volkswagen does. Oh, Porsche. Volkswagen. Will you buy a Rolls Royce? I have, but I don't want it anymore. My wife wants a Cullinan, and I don't want to. I don't like it. I don't like the Cullinan. Rolls Royce makes jet engines. They have for a very long time there. Yep, BMW is Rolls. Yeah, then that's like the Ghost is kind of like a big old 7 Series. Spectre's cool, but I just don't want an electric thing. It's cool though. I mean, I like petrol. Anyone having issues logging in with RTrader Pro? Let me try on my end. Let me try it on my phone. Let's see. RTrader Pro. Can I log in? Oh, get right in. No problems. So, nope, not having those issues. Oh yeah, they have Ducati as well. Yeah, Ducati's great. I've had Ducatis before. I like them. They're fun. Coming back down here in the market. We are about 5 minutes from the open. Maybe we could try a little combine trade here. Let me actually load it on up. I mean, these combines are doing well. I don't want to just like blow money in combines. Let's try it. Let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens. I'm not going to trade funded. So today might be like a no trade on the funded from me. I mean, it's pretty likely. I just don't want to. I want to keep my spot on the leaderboard, and I want to keep it rolling, and all it takes is one really good day to get super high up there. Yeah, hysterically slow on the battery. Yeah, qualifying is insane. Almost died in one. Dude, so I found out that I've been running this thing in qualifying and race, and I'm like, why are my tires not gripping? It's like, because you're in the funsy mode. I ran it in sport yesterday, and it's like, oh, there's four-wheel drive. Now it feels like I'm driving a Boxster, you know, like planted, like a 911 turbo, just like planted to the ground. But I was running it in qualifying plus race, and I was literally like, I was like doing a certain speed on the highway that was more than 65, and I'd downshift and I'd hit it, and like I'm literally like on the highway, like yow, that thing is like crazy in race mode. It's nuts. So now I figured out you don't run it in race mode, just run it in sport and you get all the grip you need. I was literally like, I'm like, do I need racing slicks on this thing? It's like, no, the tires have plenty of grip. I have literally a brand new set of tires on there, and it's like, Why are these not working? Too much car talk. See ya. See you later, Deutsch. We'll see you later, buddy. As I said, opening's happening in 3 minutes. We're probably going to take a trade here. Too much car talk. I'm out of here. Sorry, dude. My bad. We'll make sure that we don't talk about cars ever again, just for you, because you're the center of the universe. And thanks for leaving us with that comment. So important. Thank you for sharing that with the group. Good Lord. Oh, dear. Tires will last a few weeks. Yeah, in racing mode, they will. 100%. I agree with you 100% on that one. Be nice. I just think it's weird when people do that. Well, you know what? I'm out of here. Ooh, hit a nerve. Guess what? Now you can never chat in here again. Yes, you hit a nerve because we're having a good talk about cars in here, my friend. Oh, no, you struck a nerve. No, I just haven't had any trolls yet. And you're just stupid enough to start talking and flapping your f***ing gums in here. Bye. Oh, no, it struck a nerve. Yeah, man. Talking about millions of dollars of cars really just bums me out. Nobody should have nice cars. I drive a Prius. No, nothing, no shade on Priuses, by the way. I don't believe in cars. You should ride a bicycle. Do you know what you're doing to the environment driving those cars? Too much talk about people talking about leaving. I'm leaving. I'm out of here. Maybe he was Amish. Maybe he was Amish and he prefers horse and carriage. By the way, market's coming down here. Oh my God. Is this a car channel? No, I'm out. Imagine how fragile you must be. Like, people like that always blow my mind. What truck do you like? I like a Raptor. And what's the Dodge one? The TRX? Or is the TRX the Raptor? There's another one. There's the Raptor and then the other one, Raptor. Oh, yeah, I know, Darren. I know. I want one so bad. I want it so bad, dude. The XX, I mean, one day I'm going to get that call. They'll be like, we found one for you in that livery. Oh, my God. That's the exact livery I want. Yep, that's it right there. That's exact livery, everything. That's all I want right there. Dude waited all weekend for your free trades. He didn't get one. He got bitter. Too much car talk. I'm out of here. All right, let's make fun of you. Hey, did I strike a nerve? Nope. Nope, we're just making fun of you, dude. We're just all clowning on you and laughing in your face as we kick you out. That's actually what's happening here. Did I strike a nerve? Yes, dude. Pedaling on your bicycle really upsets everybody. No, see, the reality is like we're all making fun of you and laughing at you. Ferrari Phil has the XX Fighter for sale. That's a little bit. What are you asking for over sticker? Like $1 million over sticker? A little bit expensive, dude. All right, here we go. Somebody has to deliver the mail. All right, here we go. We're rolling. Let's see here. This is combines, by the way. I'm not going to touch my iPhone in this. You're supposed to be nice to people. Imagine coming to a chat only to announce, like, I'm leaving. This is not for me. Everybody should know. Dude goes to a party. Hey, they're not playing the music I like. So I want to let everybody know I'm leaving. They're not playing any polka right now. I'm out of here. I hate top 40s. I'm leaving. Get some accordions on the tracks. Let's go. I'm out of here. Oh, God. All right, we are coming down. Wow, this market is crazy to the downside here. We caught none of it. I don't mean the trash book. All right, we're coming down. We get a little bounce trade. I just want to take like one little scalp here. The order book is so dead here too. Let's watch what happens at 600s. See if we get any tell here at 600s. Any weakness at 600s? All right, trying this a little bit, kind of. Weakness below 600s, and we get there. Watching. Hold below, adding. Beautiful. Nice. Stop, break even. Watching 90s. Nope, 90s are not pulling. Stop filled. All right, there's our one trade. That made us a whopping grand total of $1,576. And that's going to do it for me, folks. I don't like this market. I'm not going to trade on my funded accounts. And I'm not going to sit here and trade combines. But hey, let's see what the poll says here. Let's see what the poll says. Let's see. Poll says that we are going to be doing 51% say above. I can see it. 25% say not include. 22% say below. So, all right, folks. I hope you all have a wonderful Monday. We'll be back again here. And we definitely will never talk about cars again because prohibited activity. YouTube guidelines. You're not allowed to talk about cars here on a trading channel. All right, everybody. Take care, everybody. I'll see you bright and early here tomorrow. Folks in Discord, don't go anywhere. We'll see if we can find something. We'll try. We'll do our bestest, but we'll see. Take care, everybody. Have a great day, and we'll see you bright and early tomorrow.